I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media, forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, not knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
It's in program, wherever you are joining me from, I appreciate you and I thank you for being part of this program. Please like and share the program on your platform, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you so that they can be part of this very platform and be able to send information across. Fellow Biafrans and people of the world, viewers across the world, in this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here for saga or to attack any individual. What we do in this platform is to send information across to the world on the true situation of things in Biafra land and in the contraption called Nigeria. There are so many things that are not being taken note of. There are so many things that are happening that are being told in a different form. In this platform, we bring those information to your doorstep and tell you exactly how things are. There are certain videos that you might not be able to come across on the media. Some videos that are hidden from the eyes of the people, we bring them out and share it through the social media so that the world will be aware of what is going on in the contraption called Nigeria. I welcome every one of you, and I'm going to share a very important information as we speak. I want you to watch this video from the beginning to end. You will understand what we are talking about. So many things that you can't see online. You are going to see it here. So listen to this very video from the beginning to end, and I bet you're going to enjoy it. Let us watch it together and see what the video has to say.
Meanwhile, suspected bandits launched a violent assault on Kakindawa village in Zamfara State's Maradun local government area, abducting more than 50 women and children. More than 50. Well, eyewitnesses report that the armed assailants wielded sophisticated weapons. Key word there, sophisticated. And they invaded the community around 1:30 a.m. when the righteous slept. And on Sunday, you're chuckling. On Sunday, moving from house to house. No, it's not. It's not fun. It's not a laughable thing. It's and we are not making light of it. It's horrific. It's terrible that these kinds of actions have continued, where people are dragged out of their beds and taken away. And we know over time that these people are taken away to be used as some sort of cheap labor in some mining site. I know sometimes we shy away from saying these things as they are, but that's what it is. People are being used to mine resources. And when some of them die in the process, bandits also take these people away and ask for ransom. Levies are placed on communities, and the government is not, well, some would say government isn't doing much. Some would say government isn't doing anything at all. But it's not just about the chief of army staff saying, look, we will defeat their numbers, we will wipe them out. Let's see action. Let's see the work. Let's see you. And I mean, he's not new to the theater of war.
He's not new.
He's not new to the theater of war.
I mean,
so it's not just about saying, I will do this. It's my, let's see the action. Talk less, please. Talk less. Let action speak.
Moses, he's not new in the theater. For him to have risen up to the position of chief of army staff.
Over 30 years. Yes,
but like I would say, it's like a new broom into place. But it's not. We are not. It's not laughable. We are not making light of it. It is Nigeria that is making light of it. And for me, it's become more like when I read this, when I heard it, it's like deja vu. Oh, it looks like I've heard this before, time and time again. Like I said, we've become inured to the side of, to the news of these things. People being killed, people being kidnapped, people being taken for ransom, and all of those things. Yet we have a government, that is unable to. Meanwhile, at a point, they always come out to tell us, we have decimated bandits, we have decimated Boko Haram. In one fell swoop, we killed like 300 of them. 300, not of them, of their kingpins. Bandit kingpins, 300 kingpins, not their foot soldiers. And in the next breath, we hear that 50 people have been kidnapped. Moses, people have been kidnapped from IDP. These are people who have been chased away from their homes, put in an IDP camp. Some of these IDP camps have survived as long as 10, 12 years. Now, bandits, terrorists go to this camp, kidnap people, and take them away and ask for ransom. Meanwhile, on occasion, government pays this ransom. All of us are witnesses to the fact that a certain document circulated where some state governments, budgeted money as ransom. Not only ransom, but, as fees, monthly fees to bandits and their, and their allies and all of those things. Yet, we keep running a circle show. We are unable to, we don't have intelligence to bring these people. We have spent so much money, $200 million a piece to buy Tucano jets. So much money budgeted for insecurity, budgeted for the Ministry of Defense. We have had accusations. People have been accused of being sponsors of terrorists when they were serving as governors and all of that. Yet, nobody's career has been damaged. Nobody has been brought to book. And all we hear is that the military is on top of their job. How do you convince them that the military is on top of their job? Like I said, to me, it has become a deja vu. Probably by this time next week, I don't pray, but it seems to be happening every now and then. And we also hear that 150. How long are we going to do?
The part of the whole thing that hurts me the most is the fact that we're looking at, from what eyewitness said, 50 people, women and young girls. And the only thing that ran to my brain yesterday was that of the Chibok girls, I could recall when they were kidnapped. And till today, some of them are still with the people, the kidnappers, the terrorists. Some of them come back not the same. Some of them were married off. Some of them come back with children. And one want to ask, what's the fate of these 50 women? Moses said something about how they will be subjected to, illegal mining work and activities and all that. And I wanted to ask, what can a single or a small girl do at a mining site? I pray that they will release them, or I also pray that the federal government will swiftly move into action to make sure they secure the release of the girls. Although the state police relation officer of Biafra state not really responded to that story. But what we are trying to say here this morning is the fact that it's becoming more like a norm. It's one term maybe already. You can't go flip through the pages of the national dailies without hearing the issue of Boko Haram terrorists, Akurawa, this and that, to the point that the Joint Task Force team that manned the Sahel have started to push them away, and they tend it to be the laxity on the part of the Nigerian military, saying that they are not really doing enough. We also have seen how Nigerian military personnel have come up to say, give us the order, let us go and squash these people. And I don't really know what is happening, but I pray that the new Chief of Army Staff, will not just open up to, or will not just promise Nigerians, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I pray that it's going to back up the words with proper action so that we can take out the terrorists, causing mayhem in Nigeria. And also, importantly, what happened to the names made available to be the financiers of terrorists in Nigeria? The federal government come up to say that a particular man whom clerics in their state and even the state people have come up to say happens to be one of the sponsors of terrorist group in the state should be out of the hook, that he is not. They say they did their findings and they were able to set him free. And one want to ask, when people are still crying and pointing to this direction, is it that they are not looking at the direction that people are pointing? Because, one want to ask or to see how truthful the investigations being carried out by the federal government is.
Oh, well.
We have seen so many other things happen in this country, shredded in secrecy and all that. Who tried him? And how come we now find out that he's been exonerated?
All right.
All that.
Well, we have, that's, of course, questions on the minds of Nigerians. But this particular story now involves us, Nigerians, and our manner of approach to enforcement agents. Well, the Federal Road Safety Board on Monday ordered a thorough investigation of a case of aggression against an FRS officer. This one happened along the Lekki-Ekpe corridor in Lagos on November 7th, actually, 2024. Now, this was just as it expressed concern over the growing incident of assault on its personnel while they lawfully discharged their duties. I wish we could have that video up on the screen now. That one, that encounter between a Nigerian. Yes, that's it. Now, for you to understand better, just in case you didn't see this one, that vehicle was impounded by officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps and for not putting on seatbelts. And when they asked for the papers, they realized that the papers had expired since 2022, and so the vehicle was impounded. But this woman, not the driver though, this woman, a passenger in the vehicle, chose to take the laws into her hands and then started beating up the officials. But hey, she'll be taken in for it. She will have to go to, probably be taken to court for this one, because this is unbecoming. Now, I understand the position of Nigerians that some of these officials exhibit some terrible attitude when they go about their own responsibility as well. Some of them would want to drag the steering with you, but it's a case of one wrong, I mean two wrongs not making a right here. I think
I'm not a lawyer.
I think Nigerians should desist from taking laws into their hands. We should be a lot more civil.
Okay, I don't mean to quote you. I don't mean to quote her. You know, I'm sorry. I actually that had to happen. But I'm not a lawyer. But if you to check that video properly, this man who wanted to deflate someone's tire, is he really FRC personnel? Because there's nothing he's putting on to show that I am or he's a member of the Federal Safety Corps.
That is within the FRC compound.
Now, why would they go to the point of deflating the tires, if I may ask? To the point of deflating the tires?
That's what they do, yes.
Oh, when they impound your vehicle, they deflate your tires?
Yes.
That's not.
When the vehicle is impounded in their compound, your tires will be deflated. When you pay whatever is being leveled against you, you can inflate it. They have some. You can inflate it and leave the compound. Now, driving without accurate papers is in itself a crime. I understand driving without seatbelt too is a crime. So you don't do wrong, and in fact, I think the only reason they didn't touch her is because it's a woman. If it were probably the man, I mean, if this was done by an FRSC official, of course Nigerians will drag them out and hang them. We've seen FRSC officials drag steering with people, and they have been condemned. So let's not be one-sided.
I'm not being one-sided in this case.
I'm not talking about you now.
No, it's not an issue of being one-sided now.
We shouldn't be one-sided.
It's not an issue of being one-sided. This issue is this way. When I believe the law actually have how they spell it out to say when you defaulted, especially when it has to do with the road safety and all that, they will take you to first a mobile court that will try your case, and then you get the necessary penalty. Now, I don't see how reasonable it is that when road safety officials or road safety corps members manage to get you because you defaulted, they will take you to their office and to deflate your tires. For what reason? That's the number one to get to. And you don't deflate people's tires when they're already in your enclave.
Deflating the tires now.
Who pays for it?
That is their work.
Nobody. Who pays for it?
That is their work.
To deflate tires?
Yes, and they have reasons for doing that. Now, the point, my concern in all of this, it's, to me, this is more like a single story. Because we don't know what transpired before they even started recording
video, exactly.
So I don't know. It's difficult for me. The only judgment I can make here will be circumstantial based on what I have seen. I understand that somehow these officers overreached themselves. I was driving. Someone was driving me. I was in front. My driver was driving. I was in front, and my phone was in my pocket. And I reached into my pocket, to bring out my phone, and I had to remove the seat belt. I still had it on my left hand. The belt brought out my pocket, and by the time I tried to park, next thing I saw was somebody waved me to park. that I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. And I said, gentlemen, this is what happened. I had to pay a fine of 5,000 naira then. That was back in 2014 in this Lagos state. So if I had reacted negatively, you can imagine what would happen. So the thing is about how Nigerians manage their emotions.
But I'm sure you know that he wouldn't know that you were reaching, you had to unbuckle your seatbelt to catch your phone.
Exactly the point. But when I tried to make that explanation, I was wearing it. I was an editor then, and on my, I even showed him my ID card. I said, look, I'm not going to try to convince you. This is actually what happened. I still had it in my hand though, when it was at a close distance. So if he was observant, he should have also seen that I had it in my hand and I
yes,
it back. No, what I'm saying is that this thing would happen.
He would readily conclude that you saw him and you were trying to strap on. He would readily conclude that.
So
but the bottom line is your approach to the matter doused the whole tension, if I understand it clearly.
But I still had to pay a fine because he insisted and took me to the...
As far as I'm concerned, I think within myself that we need to do more with this.
The fact that these agencies are revenue generating agencies. Should they be revenue generating agencies? I think that's a conversation that we should be having. Should they be out there to enforce law and order or to generate revenue? Because they are asked to generate, funds, they go over and above, to sometimes they jump on vehicles because they feel they have to take something back home, which of course endangers their own lives as well.
Yeah.
And there's also the conversation around arming road safety and the rest, which of course I don't think that's my personal opinion, which I'm entitled to. Yes. I don't think they should be armed because we will be having too many armed officials on the road. And we know how people get when weapons are in their hands. They could take laws into their own hands as well and get aggressive, take someone's life. I mean, the police authorized to carry arms misuse it sometimes. So I think we can actually do better in this regard. And Nigerians also, let's play our own part. I mean, no one is innocent here, but let's play our part.
In this half, we can go on the trending stories. If you ask me,
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what you think about the video I just played, go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section and I bet you I am learning a lot from there and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Don't forget to share and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity and equity. We move. Airborne.